Hi, my name is Nasira Ajila. I'm from San Francisco, California. I am the author of Spicy, Tasty Vegan Cuisine.
Smart Sound. Smart Sound.
Originally, we named the book Tasty Vegan Cuisine. A friend suggested, since we have so many spices in our food, to use the word spicy in the title. And that's when we came up with the title Spicy, Tasty Vegan Cuisine. I lived in San Francisco, and I was brought up in a family of 6 children. And my mother didn't work, therefore she cooked food for us every day. And we ate from home, but then after we started to get older, we had the fast food restaurants, and so we weren't quite interested in home food. We became more interested in, buying the hamburgers and the French fries, and just that as a teenager started to go into adult life. And then I eventually became, ill, and because I couldn't digest, the processed foods anymore. And then before I had children, I had an opportunity to learn how to really cook food the way my mother cooked food. And then eventually from there, I started, shopping in the health food stores and buying more healthier foods and fruits and vegetables, and just creating wonderful meals.
My name is Gregory Bledsoe. For 30 years while teaching, I was Dr. Bledsoe. So now I make it easier by calling myself Dr. Joe. Well, right now I'm living in Oakland, California, and I am helping my wife get this book out, Spicy, Tasty Vegan Cuisine. This is something that we started about 13 months ago. Now, I'm excited. It's been some good times and some very good times, but notwithstanding, it's been a journey.
Oh, thanks, man. This is great. Wow, this is great. We shop Saturdays at the farmers market. And when we go there, we purchase all of the fruits and vegetables, and mainly we buy the vegetables for our stew. And all of the vegetables that we buy is not only used for the stew after we chop it up and prepare it, we also use it for our salads. After the farmers market, we have all of our fruits and vegetables. Then we go to Berkeley Bowl, which is another store where we can finish up the shopping with oils. We buy the coconut milk. We purchase maybe some of the vegetables that aren't in the farmers market. It's in the Berkeley Bowl, because some of the foods in the farms are usually seasonal. And so if we want foods and vegetables that aren't in that's not seasonal, we can generally buy them from Berkeley Bowl.
Smart Sound.
Generally, after we're done with our shopping, we come home and we don't always chop them up the same day. We may just refrigerate them, and then the next day we bring it out, and then we just chop everything and put them in their containers. And if we care to, we may start the cooking the same day, or we can just cook the following day. Because one good thing about chopping our vegetables, it lasts up to 7 days. It has a long shelf life, which is wonderful. And we buy all of our produce organic. You got a deficiency going on. And so when you have a deficiency, you don't just in your mind say, I got a disease. You don't. You just need to eat more vegetables and probably reduce after we again chop them up. Then we start with making the stew. Well, before I start the stew, actually, I make the salads. You know, I'll take a little bit from all of which we've chopped up of the produce, and put them in a large bowl. And it can include collard greens and kale and carrots and beets, zucchini, onions. We put it all together and we put it away. And then the rest of the vegetables, we start on the stew. And then that's when we add all the produce with all our spices and herbs, and also add the beans to them as well. And a lot of times we may soak the beans for a couple of hours so that it would have a head start, you know, in the preparation, in terms of the timing of how long, you know, to prepare the beans or to cook the beans.
I started changing my dietary habits because of a friend of mine. His family, they were 7-day Adventists, and so they didn't eat the pork. And basically, they ate very little chicken, but I did get a large dose of that cheese. Then later on, I started substituting out the cheese. And as I began to get more information, I began to substitute out the things that weren't not good for me with healthy alternatives. It wasn't long before I became a vegetarian. And still I went further and started eliminating all dairy and became what they call vegan. Now with vegan, I thought that feeling healthy, this was a great way to go. But with the addition of the different herbs and spices after meeting Nasira, then the food began to taste even better. Now I always thought that there are two things with food. Either you eat what you eat because you like what you eat, or you eat food because it's healthy for you. Now there are some also that think that there can be a balance, and I think this is what my wife has done. Not only is the food good for you, nutritious with all the herbs and spices, but it's some of the best tasting food that I've ever had. You have to be a disciplined person, because if I weren't disciplined, well, needless to say that the food, when you're eating like this, your body just, if you're hungry, that's when you eat. Your body talks to you. You listen to your body. You become more sensitive to it. Now, if one were not sensitive to their body and listening to it, I guess I could do like some of these people and be so big I would need something special to get in and out of the kitchen. But thankfully, I can eat the food. I'm full because I don't have to eat a lot. And that's the way it is with nutritious food. You don't have to overeat. You eat what your body requires and then you just move on. But I'm happy to say it's some of the best food, not only that I've eaten, but the many testimonies and many people will bear witness to that. It's delicious good.
We've been working on Spicy Tasty Vegan for the past 13 months and we're nearly done. We're at the point of all the finishing touches in terms of adding the spices, medicinals. We have a few more recipes that we're including. I've been working on my bio, the intro of the book, just to give people an idea of my experience as a vegan to let people know that it's just something that just doesn't happen overnight. It's a matter of just selecting one thing in your diet that may not be that good and substitute it for something better. We just want to share our journey, you know, through this spicy, tasty vegan life.
Spicy Tasty Vegan, it's coming soon. It should be out in the next few weeks. You can also see us on Facebook. We have a presence there. And the website is www.spicytastyvegan.com.